Hi everyone, it's Rashawn Levin, your trusted realtor serving Virginia, Maryland, and DC, and welcome to Finance Friday. Today I'm going to share 9 different loan and grant programs that could help you buy a home. Some with 100% financing and even no money down. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, a veteran, a doctor, or even if you purchased a home before, there may be something on the list just for you. So get ready to be amazed at the different opportunities. And a disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. The programs are subject to change. Even if you fit the qualifications based on the information in this video, that is not a guarantee that the lender will lend money for you to purchase a home. Every buyer has a different buyer profile. So let's get into it. So the first program is up to 5% of the purchase price. The loan amount cannot exceed $766,500. It's available in Virginia, Maryland, and DC. The properties can be an approved condo, townhome, or single-family home. Buyer profile, you can qualify for this program if you have a 600 credit score, and there is no first-time home buyer requirement and no income restrictions. Up next, we have program number 2. This is 100% financing, and it also has an additional layer with $5,000 lender credit, which can go towards your closing costs. There is no PMI. The loan amount cannot exceed $806,500. The eligible locations are going to be based on the census tract. Property type, same, condo, townhome, single family. The buyer profile, the minimum qualifications for credit score is a 620. There is no first-time home buyer requirement, no income restrictions. What I will say on all of these programs, if there is no first-time home buyer requirement, if you own a home right now, that home has to have closed before you close on this new loan. So you could like for example, if you're closing today on your new house, you would have had to close on that previous home the day before, but you have to know all the nuances within the back end of that, but you need to make sure the funds are released. So I would recommend you close at least 3 days ahead of time of when you actually have to close on your new home. But if you're my client, we will discuss in detail what you have to do and to manage that. So moving on to program number 3, it is another 100% financing program. And with this program, you get the $5,000 lender credit and you get an additional $15,000 forgivable loan. There's no PMI. Same thing, the loan amount cannot exceed $806,500, and this is eligible in several counties throughout Maryland. Property types, condos, townhomes, single families. The buyer profile is a 620 credit score, no first-time home buyer requirement, no income restrictions. So moving on to program number 4, this is 100% financing. There is no PMI on the loan. The loan amount cannot exceed $822,375. Locations are in Virginia, Maryland, and DC. Eligible property types are condos, townhomes, and single families. There's no minimum credit score. There are income restrictions, and you have to be a first-time home buyer for this program. Moving on to program number 5. This program offers a 3.5% forgivable grant, so the money that you would need for your down payment will be forgiven as soon as you move in. So that's good because then you don't have to worry about a silent second or having to pay for this later. So this is good. So the loan amount is going to be based on the county limits, and being that the North Virginia, Maryland, and DC area is in a high cost area, that amount is actually a little over $1 million, if you did not know that. So, but for this program, it's only eligible in Virginia and Maryland. So the property types that are eligible are condos, townhomes, single-family homes. The buyer profile, you have to have a 620 credit score. You do not have to be a first-time home buyer to use this program, and there are no income restrictions. Moving on to program number 6, we have another forgivable grant. This time it is for 3% of the sales price. And again, this is going to be based on the county loan limits in the area that you wish to purchase in Virginia and Maryland. Property types are condos, townhomes, and single-family homes. Buyer type, you have to have a 640 credit score on this particular program, no first-time home buyer requirement, and no income restrictions. Moving on to program number 7. So with this program, this is actually 100% financing with USDA. A lot of people forget about this program because it's not mentioned a lot because for various reasons, because a lot of properties aren't eligible, but you'd be surprised. There are little pockets throughout the region that they're eligible. A lot of places in Maryland that you wouldn't think would qualify. Stafford, Upper Marlboro. So the county loan limit is going to vary based on where you're purchasing in. So it's pretty high. Locations are nationwide, not just in the Northern Virginia and Maryland area. Property types, condos, townhomes, single family. There's no minimum credit score. So, I mean, you could have a 200. No, not really. Not kidding. Kidding. But there's no minimum credit score. So you could have a 580. You could have a 620. It's no requirement there. So so there is income restriction. So you can't make over 115% of the adjusted median income. So we can talk in more detail about what that looks like. And there is no first-time home buyer requirement, which is great. Moving on to program number 8. So this is the 100% financing for doctors. So there's no PMI with this loan. Loan limit is up to $2 million. Locations are in Virginia, Maryland, and DC. Eligible property types are condos, townhomes, and single families. And for the buyer profile, this can be a primary or secondary home. This is for doctors and registered nurses, which they will be considered on a case-by-case basis. And finally, program number 9. So 100% financing for veterans. So I thank you for your service. So the loan, there's no PMI on a VA loan, and the county loan limit, that's going to be the maximum amount that you can go up to, but there is no loan limit on VA loans. Location is nationwide, and property types, as long as it's an approved VA condo, you're eligible to purchase that. Townhomes and single families. And the buyer profile, you can have a 580 credit score to get a VA loan. A lot of people don't know that, but it depends on the lender. And they have overlays and other requirements. You may have to have reserves or something like that. So, and of course, it's not a first-time home buyer requirement. You can use your VA loan as long as you're eligible for it. And there's no income restrictions. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like to know more detail about any other programs that you see in this video, please give me a call or shoot me an email. I love to talk to you about transitioning into homeownership, or if you actually need to sell your home to purchase another one, to downsize, upgrade, or whatever the case may be, to find you the best possible outcome, because I believe in sharing is caring, as they say. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Please like and subscribe and share this to someone that you know that it could benefit. And thank you for watching.